Hello everyone, my name is Szamer and welcome to a Pokémon episode of the Mindless show. Did I get it right?
Yeah.
Okay, I am joined today with... Formona77.
That's me.
So I get that one right, but I can't... What's...
I'm the fucking host of this show.
Big Dinkle is what?
Good enough.
Okay.
I've never been in the middle before.
Okay, so do I just start?
You're the fucking
Okay,
host.
sorry.
Jesus. I'm just going to be texting away on nothing because I have no apps on this.
First off, what do you guys think of Pokemon?
I fucking hate it.
What? Why are you here?
Why are you
I
here?
don't know. I like being the rebuttal. The opposite end of the spectrum, the one that hates Pokemon. I like Pokemon. I don't like it anymore.
Well, why?
I grew out of it.
Because
I feel like it was one of those things for me
because
as a
of the
kid.
new ones? How now they have
so
a toucan?
much. The only thing I like about the newest game is the beware.
The three worst ones from the new game, I have to say. There is Trump, the Kardashians, and the school bus.
But I love the Magic School Bus.
Oh, this one's not magical. This one's a bug. Actually, I think there's a different one. But anyway, what do you like about Pokemon, or hate about Pokemon?
I just like the collecting aspect, to be honest. Collecting and leveling, that's
With me,
interesting.
I enjoy everything. The new Pokemon are really crap, and I don't know most of their names, but I'm still playing it right now, so trying to collect every Pokemon possible, and fighting my friends is really good in this day and age, because you can actually connect easily with the DSs, even though this is a Zelda one.
I have to refrain from prompting you because I'm just like, so many things you could talk about for this episode. Let's see how many he comes up with.
Yeah, I can come up with a lot. So,
Goddamn better.
Worst version of Pokemon, black and white.
Yes, I agree with you.
And black and white too.
That was
Well,
Black and White 2, not Black and White 1. That was okay. Black and White 2, that's the one that was bad.
I don't know why they decided to make it like 1 and 2.
Yeah, it was a really weird.
It
It was like a
Probably not. I should
because
throw it at him. I just realised it's going to capture the dog. Shouldn't throw it at him. It's a soft toy, it's fine, but you know.
he wants to get up on the couch,
He can do it
but he
himself.
doesn't know what he wants to. Go on, boy.
Jump! 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 Continue.
That wasn't even a sneeze. Okay. So, what do you think was the worst game?
I'm trying to think of the latest game I played. The latest game I played was probably Diamond. That was a long time ago. That was probably more than 5 years ago. I don't know what the worst game. I mean, of the games I've played, I'd probably just like Diamond the most, probably because I just couldn't get used to it.
It's like one of the best ones. Everybody is now hating
I'm mainly going on the perspective of what I've played. Like I can understand. Like you guys easily have your reasons why. Like what is it, Black and White?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's worse.
It's
than
not
that one.
necessarily the name, it's just the game itself.
Yeah, the one I think against it's hard for me to say which I think is worse from what I've played, and I've played from the classic originals all the way through to Diamond and Pearl, and I only don't like Diamond Pearl mainly because I just couldn't get into the game. I mean, I guess it was so repetitious from all the others. It still has different aspects like the mining and stuff. And
that was fun.
I loved going into the caves and just
Making
Just
traps.
making shit. That was fantastic.
That was really fun.
That was always fun, but that
Didn't
was
they
like the
bring
only
it
thing I liked
back,
about it.
what was it? The one where you can make hideouts. That's Omega Ruby, can't you?
Yeah, I think
You
so,
make
yeah.
hideouts and stuff.
And then you can, I don't know about the traps and everything.
Yeah, no, I
but
don't
can
think you
make
can put
hideouts.
traps
I was playing with my ball. I'll put it out there.
What? I've played all the games.
You don't just have to
haven't
play
finished
games.
all of them.
You can't
I
really
didn't-
finish them unless you
Well, yeah. When I say finish, I mean like finish like
the elite.
Average
early
story,
4
yeah.
and that the basic stuff. I haven't finished Black and White 2 because I just couldn't be bothered. That game it was just really boring.
I really found it interesting that actually a proper like sequel.
So
the first one, it was set like how many years after the first one?
Probably 10, 15, not quite sure exactly, but yeah, it was something like that. That's like the second game that's like a sequel, because the Soul Silver and that, they were like the Johto region was technically a sequel to the Kanto region, because you got to travel to the Kanto region where like Misty was older and everything like that. So
okay, so that was like
it was after Red because you fight him at the end. Spoilers. It's old. Don't yell at me.
I actually like that integration in Hardcore Soul Silver where you can go to both regions.
Yeah,
that
was
should really make
fantastic.
the game with like all the regions, but I don't know.
I just want to check if the angle's good. It looks crooked from my point of view, but I think that's just the camera thing.
Probably because you're not used to sitting in the middle. You left the giant butt print. Look at it. It's that freaking crater.
Credit you.
Oh, alright, continue.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about with Pokemon game, like the actual completion, have you guys ever actually completed, like absolutely 100% of the game?
No.
Yes.
What?
I don't know. It's hard to say. I
but
tried.
yes means like you have to go like find someone with the opposite game and trade with them to get the.
I have two brothers. I can do that.
Yeah, we have the trade kit.
It was never that hard for us to trade Pokemon. We had it on Game Boy and DS
and then you had to
trade.
what do you do the Safari stuff?
I think I
To complete
I
that.
don't know if I completely completed them, but the free games I know I think I completed would be Leaf Green, because that's the first Pokemon game I played. And I'm very sure I played it so many times that I completed it over and over and over again. Ruby, because that was the second Pokemon game I got and I fucking loved it. I can't say I've completed this one because I haven't captured Jirachi and Celebi. The Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red. But every single Pokemon
do we even
except
class
for Jirachi
mystery
and Celebi.
dungeons?
I would as
technically,
Pokemon.
because you do collect them as a team in a way.
I've just played. I think I've like just barely
That's my favorite
played
Pokemon
Mystery
game.
Dungeons.
It's kind of sad, but that actual Red Mystery Dungeon game is actually my favorite.
I love the
Because
Your-
you could just interact with the Pokemon like they're actually people. It's fantastic. It's so much different. Like they actually have a society and shit, but so much different to the ordinary Pokemon games that you play. Because that's just humans with animals and fucking Pokeballs punching each other or shooting lightning at each other, or whatever the shit. You know, that's literally all it is. Well, it's not all it is, but
Well,
yeah.
for me, I've actually completed maybe 3 of them. Fire Red, because that was easy back then. I think Emerald. I'm pretty sure Emerald.
You never got Mew.
Mew doesn't count
No.
in some games. So Emerald, I completed. I'm pretty sure, or I was like 90-something% done.
Yeah.
And Soul Silver or Heart Gold, can't remember which one I played. Probably played both. I completed that one only because I cheated though. So like I just had cheat codes. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll just catch the rest of them. So that's how I used to do it.
That's what I didn't like when you were playing the because you had Blue Dungeon on your DS. Yeah, and you were able to do cheats on that. And I really hated that because I went throughout the whole entire game, literally finding every single Pokemon, especially Mew, which is being hard as shit to get. Actually, I still think Celebi and Jirachi are harder because you got to go from level 1 all the way to like level 100 by 400 or some shit like that. It's very hard to do. I could never get like past like the first 10 floors, which is always impossible for me. And for him, no, just cheats. Look, I'm level 100. Boom, done. You're dead. I've won.
Yep, that's how I played those games.
Fucking annoying. I mean, I that's why I love the game for me, because I gratified myself by the idea of like I've actually done this myself without using cheats. Probably had a manual book, but of course it never hurts to use a manual book. They freaking sell it for that exact reason.
Yeah, that's what I use for this game, so I know if there are Pokemon to catch.
Yeah.
So I don't have to keep running around the grass, because there are 1% Pokemon, which take like up to an hour to find, just running around in a patch of grass.
How many in total are there of Pokemon now?
Oh, I have no idea, 800? something around 800. So there's not many new ones. I think there's only 80 new ones.
But that also includes like different like the shinies and whatnot and the certain
Shiny's the same
special.
thing.
Well, still, it's still like capturing a different. It's. I'd say it kind of is like
a
capturing
coloured version of the Pokemon.
kind of
That's
like
all it
capturing
is.
a different type of Pokemon.
It's
in a way.
green Mewtwo. It's horrible.
What about the Mega Evolution stuff? I know a lot about Pokemon. I just haven't played them because I don't care.
I haven't messed around a lot with Mega
Yeah,
stuff.
they technically count as different Pokemon, like a different version of the Pokemon in a way.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
how
definitely.
some Pokemon with their genders, like Pikachu has a
Oh yeah.
heart, like a butt heart tail. If it's a girl.
What about Aloha forms?
The low level forms, they're shit. Raichu's one. If I can run away from this Pokemon, which is called a Togedemaru, I'll check the Pokédex. But so the Raichu one, that actually looks pretty good. The
What about the
Meowth is crap.
Isn't there that tree one that's got like?
Yeah, the Executor.
Yeah.
That can go up to 15
I
meters
love
long.
that.
If you've seen the TV show,
I've only seen the trailer, but when I saw it, it's just like you're just panning the beach and you see all these palm trees and you look up right at the top of the screen. It's actually a freaking
Yeah.
was it Executor?
yeah.
It's just one of those. It's gigantic. It's like
Yeah, in the TV show, they're in class, and so it's the body, which is as big as probably like a human, but then the neck is so big it goes out the window and up above the bloody building itself, and so like it's like and he's telling you why it's like this because the sun like gives them more energy, so they grow bigger. In Alola.
Yeah.
So, and then it like zooms out, and then it's got the building, and then it's got the Executor going up like that. And you're like, what?
is this some kind of a euphemism, maybe?
By the way, I think your DS is red.
Yeah, it's red. Sorry.
I don't know.
No, it's gold.
It's what the executive is going up.
So yeah,
I took the opportunity.
Meowth is not that good. It looks like a girl version of Meowth, but it's both. You can get both boy and girl version of it. It's not the best. What else is there? Diglett is really stupid. The Kardashians, the dog trio, that is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Doesn't Diglett just have hair now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rattata, and Raticate, they actually look pretty good. Like dark versions of it.
Oh yeah.
So they are actually pretty cool. Most of the Pokemon are actually okay in a way, but like some of them are just really stupid, like the one that looks like Trump. Or
Which
there's like the bus. I'll show you guys.
Right.
There actually is a
Show me the
bus
Trump
Pokemon. That's really weird.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the trailer.
So that's Trump.
Oh yes, yeah.
So,
And its name is Gumshoes.
Gumshoe.
That's a footwear in Australia. I don't know anywhere else in the world, but Gumshoes is...
Gum boots.
Gumshoes, Gumboots, the same thing.
Kind of, not really.
No, they're not.
They're really not.
Hey!
Gumboots.
Gum boots, dude.
Gumshoes.
That's a
We're
Pokemon.
going to talk about anything other than the game.
Yeah, so what about the
Yeah.
TV shows? How much have you guys watched of them?
Christ.
Very minimal. The only thing I've watched is
Too much.
I can't remember what movie. I watched the Pokemon movie, the one with
The
Mewtwo.
Pokemon movie?
There are two with Mewtwo. There's the Pokemon the movie, which is Mew and Mewtwo, and Pokemon Mewtwo Returns, which has
I think
Mewtwo
I
and
watched
Jack.
Mew and Mewtwo.
It's really refreshing.
Yeah, that's one like
It
everybody
starts
watched.
off with
Way back.
like the scientists. and
Yeah, the
stuff,
finding
yeah.
and cloning Mew. Yeah, I love that's the probably. I still think that's the best film.
So you didn't really watch that much of the Pokemon series, and you're probably just a little bit less than me, aren't you? 'Cause we used to watch them as kids.
Yeah, we grew up with
So-
them. We still have them on DVD. We've watched a lot of it. Like Kanto, Johto.
I own the DVDs of
I think
like,
I
the
watched
first
just past the
all
Sinnoh
of
region.
Kanto.
I never watched all of the shows except for probably the Kanto region stuff, and the Johto, we didn't really get much of it. It was very
Yeah,
it
we
seemed like a
didn't
very
get much
short.
of Johto region.
It seemed like a very short series in a way because we saw the films.
Plus, we were in Australia. We're in Australia, so it was a different broadcasting thing. Like
Yeah.
Kanto and
We definitely got it
Holland
here.
were
but-
Kanto, Holland, and Sinnoh were the easiest ones that came in Australia. All the rest of them did not come in Australia.
Yeah.
like well.
Or at least they came differently. Because I know that
Yeah.
I think there was only like one country that actually didn't get a lot of Pokemon TV shows, somewhere in Europe. But apart from that, it's apart from that,
Started the double flash.
Saved it, so
apart from all I know
Hopefully
is
it
that I don't know. I think I may. What's the one else that's Sinnoh region? Is that the one with the dragon girl? And the connoisseur? Connoisseur,
Yeah,
whatever.
is that Kalos?
I have no fucking clue. What even was that? Black and White or that was
Universe?
Black and White was
Universe, that's it.
Black and White was the last series I watched. I only watched episodes of it. I never watched anything past it. I mainly sometimes just watch the movies. I actually can't be bothered watching the movies. Probably the last couple of movies I watched was maybe in Hoenn or Sinnoh region. I think Sinnoh region with Dialga and Palkia and whatnot. There's too much fucking shit. It's all it gets so boring. Oh my god, it gets so fucking boring.
Yeah, it is. Especially, have you guys seen anything from the new series?
I've seen the trailer on what you showed me.
So, I've watched most of it. I don't exactly know how much because it got a lot harder for us to actually be able to watch them, so I just stopped. But Lola, it looks okay in a way. It looks like a prequel because Ash looks a lot different.
Yeah, because they changed the animation style so he looks younger.
Yeah, so like his hair is not spiky, it's curved. It's like
It kind of still was curved in a way during the other seasons, but yeah, he looks so much more like a kid that I'm like,
yeah.
I just can't watch this. As much as I'd probably be entertained by it in a way, it's just...
No.
Yeah, I definitely
Don't care.
I'm definitely up for watching it, but of course not in Japanese or
I just want them to bring back Misty and Brock.
English. Yeah.
They won't. They confirmed that they will never do that.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Too bad.
No.
It makes me depressed.
Wait, did
I
you guys
actually-
see the thing?
What thing?
After the first, they did like the JoJo series, they said they're never bringing back Misty because they always need to have a new female protagonist to get in the male audience.
Yeah, that's true.
Eye candy!
It's even
It's
like...
not eye candy.
It is.
No, it is.
That's
It's
that's its purpose.
Yeah.
That's why they have a female character in there.
It even
It's sad,
reminds me
but
of...
that's true.
What do you call it? Tracy. He was only put in the show for a small time as it was because they thought that Brock might be a bit racist for his look, with the slanted eyes, but then nobody really gave a shit. They just made memes about it, so they were like, alright, let's bring back Tracy. No,
the
let's
slanted
bring back
eyes is
Brock.
for like Asian and then
White people in the place.
he is Asian.
It is
So,
of Asian
it's
origin,
like-
just kind of like, what exactly is the
Yeah.
problem? I don't give a shit. I love Brock. Brock's fantastic.
Brock is probably the best person to see.
Probably, I think he is, but the amount of times that he just falls in love with a girl and he sees it's fantastic.
And only one girl falls in love with him.
It never gets old. It never gets old.
Which I saw that meme today.
Yeah, it's depressing.
What else is
So
there?
people think that it's because he has a mind problem, but that's why that happens. It's kind of really fucked up when you really look at this. I'm just gonna just not talk about it. Let's move on now.
What about how much time do we have? Oh, 10 minutes. Okay. Merchandise. So how much merchandise
my
have
life.
you bought? I know how much he has or whatever, but what about you?
I have a Turtwig made of this exact same fabric.
I think I just have... Actually, I don't have much merchandise. It's more just the physical, just going through.
Yeah.
We used to get a lot of merchandise.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, we have a lot.
Always
I
have-
have a tub under my bed, which is just full of Pokemon.
We have the plastic toys. We have the soft,
all the games.
soft
I
toys.
see up here.
All the games.
Well, that's all the DS games.
The cards is
Yeah,
Pokemon
cards
cards.
is shown in another episode. That was just
Down there still.
It's
down there.
Press the game cartridge. That's. I've been looking for
this
a
game-
freaking electric
this
kit
game-
for ages, and it finally popped up and it's red.
Okay.
So we've got like most of the games. We've got a lot of. I've got like the whole first series of like the Kanto region on DVD.
A couple of the films.
Yeah, a couple of films. I got like all these guidebooks and everything. Even the storybooks I've just got, and like the random Pokeball looking books.
Yeah, those
I got
Pokeball,
those
Pokédex
Pokeball
things.
books.
Yeah, so like I got a lot, and I got the Pokédexes, like the legit
The actual
copy,
electronic
like,
ones,
Yeah.
too.
Oh yeah,
I had one of those
I have all
as well.
like the guidebooks. Because I use them for playthroughs. Because like you said
Yeah.
before, I don't want to miss something. Like here's an item or something.
Yeah, especially I'm actually recording this. So like when I'm trying to, I haven't seen most of the new Pokemon. So when I show it on camera, like it's my actual expression of like, oh my god, that's not a thing. There's a sandcastle Pokemon. I was just I just walked.
There's a garbage Pokemon.
That
rubbish
was,
bag.
That's okay in a way.
Yeah, I saw
That-
that.
that
I
was-
saw that on one of the
Fucking rubbish.
Yeah.
the sandcastle.
Sandcastle. is one.
What's wrong with Sandcastle? That's amazing.
Not until
It's a
you see
legit
it read its
sand-
Pokédex entry.
Oh yes,
So
I saw that.
How many really bad ones have you guys read?
I've read mine.
I've read
many.
one where a Pokemon will die if it stops doing something.
Yeah,
And I've
Spoink
watched-
if it stops
It's
bouncing.
stuff bouncing. These others are like just certain Pokemon that control the universe.
Pokemon is meant to be like a kid's game.
Yeah, but then they
But
have
it
like.
is not a
It's
kid's game.
such a big lore to
Yeah,
it.
there's
So many
like some of the ghost
Mysteries and
Pokemon
conspiracy theories and all
yeah.
kinds of shit.
Like, oh, what is it? I think it evolved into Trevenant, whatever Trevenant's pre-evolution is. Its Poke entry is literally, it's a kid that got lost in the woods and died. The spirit of that kid took over a stump, and that's how it became a Pokemon.
There was also, isn't there
Yeah,
a
well,
Pokemon
that
Bronze?
sandcastle one. What is it? It sits
eats-
away and
yeah.
it eats kids. That
Yeah.
touches on them.
If you dig in deep, you can find the bones of the kids that have been lost in there.
Oh,
That's the actual Pokédex entry.
Jesus Christ. I mean,
And-
what is this Pokemon in like the center region or some shit it carries a mask?
Yeah, it's the mask of its previous face.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Yamask.
Yeah. Is that actually what it's called?
Yeah, it's called Yamask.
Yamask. Wow. Jesus. That was
Oh,
And
yeah.
really
there's
close.
one. It's not bad in a way. It's just
Fucked up.
no. It's not up itself. It's
Egotistic.
very exploitive. I don't know what the word is I'm looking for.
For what
But
Pokemon?
it's called shit. What's it called?
It's a great name. Shit, what's it called?
Incineroar. It has this belt around its waist, like one of like the WWE belts,
Yeah,
and it's complete fire. And for some moves, like Ember, it thrusts forward and a ball of fire comes out of the crotch area and hits the Pokemon.
Okay.
It's the same with Flamethrower. It thrusts forwards and flame just keeps coming out. So it's, yeah, very weird.
On that topic, it's about the evolution of battle like animations. When like in the early games, the Pokemon would just like move.
Yeah, they're just
Whereas-
like, shoot,
Wow.
and the other Pokemon.
Yeah.
You could just totally imagine how much Rule 34 shit will just be fucking Pokemon.
Is that the one?
Wait,
Yeah, that's
isn't that the third evolution of the
Yeah.
cat? Fucking hell. That turns into a fucking beast. Okay, that's enough. Okay,
Oh,
it's,
it's
starting to get really disturbing
I
down
just
there.
thought of a really good
Oh
topic.
wait, it's
Inclusion
stopped
of
flashing,
fairy.
but it's still on.
What about legendary Pokemon?
Inclusion of fairy. That's a
Oh,
big topic.
inclusion of fairy is weird.
Yeah.
Well, like, it's kind of like the AFL. They added... Wait, listen. Everything was perfect. And then they added two new teams in, which...
Really?
It completely changed it and like added so much more to AFL. It's the same with Pokemon. It added so much more, plus some of the actual fairies from Kanto, like Clefairy, are now fairy types.
Yeah.
And it was they basically did that for a lot of reasons, but one of the main ones was
Giratina, wasn't it? Oh, not Giratina,
no,
Spiritomb.
Sure.
Isn't that...
Not what I'm talking about, but like to get like to fight off dragons because only ice was extremely powerful against it.
Yeah.
So they had to add so they had to add something else in because dragon types were OP.
Yeah.
Um,
Which is kind of sad because I like dragon types.
yeah. So again, it's kind of like the AFL.
Yeah.
And like back in Johto, in Kanto actually they didn't have steel or dark type.
That's right.
So Johto added those two in. I'm not quite sure if there's any others, but yeah, all the ones have been. They didn't all start from Kanto.
So if you have
So there was a lot of other ones that
see the legendary
yeah, and it worked perfectly. Like at first there was only a few fairy Pokemon, but that was because it was a completely new type. That was the same with the Johto region way back when.
Yeah, there was only a few steel and dark.
Yeah, so it works.
Yeah.
Like it's not like
It's not game breaking.
I don't know if they could make a type that wouldn't work.
What about legendaries?
Legendaries. What exactly about them? What do you think of them? I don't know.
Favorite types? Favorite legendaries?
Well, my favorite legendary is Rayquaza, just because it looks cool. Especially the Mega Evolution or the shiny version, which is like Black Rayquaza, because it looks just so cool.
I think. God.
I like the implementation in what do you call it, Hoenn, about the legendaries, how it tied in with the
narrative,
the story.
Yeah.
Whereas in other games it was kind of just shoved there.
Yeah, so like if you think of it, each legendary is basically something that creates something big. Like Diamond and Pearl, Palkia and Thingo are like time and space.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And then Arceus created God, apparently, even though this new, it's like,
Yeah.
which one's which?
Yeah, let's just retcon out the fucking best Pokemon by a thing with 8 fucking legs.
And then Deoxys is weird.
Deoxys is awesome.
What's Giratina?
That
Something
was
with like
It's alternate
darkness.
dimensions or something.
yeah, that was the Mirrored World
Yeah, no.
or something like that. So
And it uses the
Yeah.
mirror to balance
Oh,
out
that's
the
They made a bloody game on that as well. I didn't play that one.
yeah, that was a fantastic one.
Oh,
was
it
Platinum,
was
wasn't
good.
it?
Platinum.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I played with that. Yeah, I've mainly just watched the film with them, and that's fucking. It's awesome. It's awesome in the film.
I don't know about the newer legendaries though, like for Kalos region and stuff like that, because they're a lot more. Like in the earlier ones, they had something like they only had a few just to have different areas of nature. But the new ones, I have no idea.
I think
I
it's.
feel
I
like
think
they
it
had
started
good
with.
games and some
Yeah.
shit. It's
I think it
ridiculous.
started with Diamond, where they just chucked a whole bunch of legendaries in random places.
Yeah, but then
With,
those ones did work because
Yeah.
it was like time and space and stuff.
Wasn't there? There was also what was it? The lava one.
Yeah,
Heatran,
he was just
he was just
a
there.
volcano.
Yeah.
I mean, even what is it? Like, Regigigas was just like, what the
Oh.
fuck's the point of it? He's a pretty shitty Pokemon as it is, and it's all because you combine 3 actually decent legendaries, kind of legendaries I should say, for a big rock.
Wait, what?
Moss.
I actually haven't done that yet. So what, you combine
I
it,
didn't bother. 'cause
No, it's just like a
you catch it.
it's
it's
weird story.
such a weird process. I mean,
The
You
only
have
thing
to
I
catch
was,
they
them all,
differ
and then you
legendaries.
can get Regigigas somehow. I'm not quite sure. I think you have to have it in your team, them in your team or something. You go to the statue of Regigigas, he opens up, and then you get to fight him and catch him.
I don't know what my
because
favorite
in
legendary is.
I remember to catch one of the Regis, you had to, isn't it some kind of like braille puzzle? Is it?
Yeah, bro,
From
Yeah.
memory?
yeah. All throughout that game. That's how they get the free Pokemon. It's really weird. Still. What's your favorite legendary?
I think Groudon.
Groudon used to.
Groudon.
Groudon.
I could have
fuck
Geodude back in the day. Actually, it's the opposite. I didn't know how to pronounce Geodude, but like way back when the character first came out, we called him Groudon or something, Groudon or something like that. So we came up with Groudon before Groudon was a thing.
I
just like him because he can use Solar Beam.
used to. He used to be my favorite legendary until I really started like actually finding out more about the legendaries, and then I guess I think mine weighs up between Mew and Ho-Oh, mainly because what Ho-Oh has done and what it kind of represents as a Pokemon.
Story.
It completely
And
fucked this story.
And because of that, like when you first see it in the first episode of the show, I'm like, holy fuck, I love that Pokemon. And then so I've got like multiple reasons why I love Ho-Oh, and I still think it's my favorite, but then I don't know if I...
Because of how much of a mystery it is.
Yeah, but then the other Pokemon that I also love is Mew because of how much a fucking mystery it is. But then also I kind of dislike it just a bit more than Ho because of the different movies that it's been in and how it's so tricky to get in the games and whatnot. So it's like I fucking hate the original game because you can't really get it unless the code's still there. It just hasn't been activated. I hate that.
Okay, because we need to end this. What about favourite Pokemon? If it's legendary, we can just skip you.
Well, I won't say legendary. I gotta say something that isn't Pikachu.
I'll go first then.
Yeah.
Mine's Lucario, because I love training, as in like weightlifting, like the running and all that kind of stuff.
Physically training, not clicking the A button.
Yes. So like if I had to have a Pokemon to be in this world, that would be it, because I could train with him. And we could be best friends. And I'd be friends with a dog.
If it was a female, would you have sex with it? I mean, it would happen.
That would be called bestiality.
Well,
I mean,
That was
no
a
one
thing in
would know.
Pokemon. People used to marry Pokemon, I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah.
It's in the Japanese lore of the game.
I mean, come on. It's fucking...
So
It's nearly fucking human already.
there is a sheep Pokemon, so you're covered.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean. There's sheep in real life.
Sheep.
Oh, sheep.
Haven't you ever heard of syphilis?
Keep going.
Alright, favorite Pokemon.
Dragonite.
Oh, fuck you two.
They're fat.
They're
dragon.
really good Pokemon.
Yeah.
I don't want to go with the cliche of Pikachu. Yeah, go into why. Why is he your favorite?
Because like he could learn so many different types of moves, so he didn't have to switch every time. Like
Yeah,
he would have ice, he would have fire, he would have. I think I put him with
Flying dragon.
flame, and then also did he have a grass move? I think he could learn a grass move, unless I was just imagining something.
Dragonite.
Yeah.
No. Pretty
No.
sure he can't.
I definitely remember I had a flying. It was just dragon, flying, ice, and then fire. That's my loadout that I had, and I liked it because it's super effective against a lot of types.
I think my favorite non-legendary Pokemon, I don't want to say Pikachu. I really just don't.
You can say Pikachu if you want.
I can, but I also have no idea why the fuck it's my
I
favorite.
mean, there's
Pokemon.
800 to choose from.
Yeah.
Pick the one everybody
Well,
knows.
the one that I like from the Aloha region is
800.
Beware.
I don't know how many there are. There's
Fucking love Beware.
it's
How
around
many
that.
plays the game?
It's absolutely
I can
adorable.
check.
Mainly because of its looks and the way it acts.
Hey, I went up to gym for
Not because it's moves. So it's like kind of like with Pikachu, it's the way it looks and the way it's cute. I don't give a fuck about anything else. I think if from actually playing the game, like say if I'm watching the anime, my favorite Pokemon will probably just be Pikachu, followed by Beware because I love Beware. I love its name too. It's fantastic.
It's a Care Bear Pokemon.
It's a fucking Care Bear. But I think when I played the games, my favorite one would probably have been I kind of from playing Mystery Dungeon, I'd probably say Blastoise because I freaking love Blastoise. But I got to weigh it against Charizard as well. I don't know which is my favorite. I know it's a starter one. I know it's from the very early games, but that was awesome. I'm gonna go with both Charizard and Blastoise because I just love them. I can't decide which one I love the most. I don't.
This is still on for some reason.
And we're still talking about Pokemon.
Yes.
We didn't
sorry.
even again talk about how fucked up legendaries can be, like Latios and Latias and the fucking ones that run around the map.
Oh, that was a pain in the ass.
There's a lot to talk about. We could have kept going.
I still remember. I just want to share.
Parts of the game.
We should have cut
shows
content and done this.
I want to share one story about Pokemon. The what is it, Latios?
Yeah.
I remember I was sick one day at school. This was back in primary school, so like a long time ago.
6 years ago.
More than 6 years ago. Definitely more than 6 years ago. Probably grade 4. I
7
was
years ago.
maybe actually I think it was 8 years ago. 9 was when this comes out. It's back in like 2008. So like I think I was playing it on my Game Boy, and it was like the Ruby version, and I was surfing in the water. And I ran into Latios, and I had no idea what the fuck it was, and I was about to attack it, and I fled. I was like, what the hell was that? And then it somehow, I don't remember how, I just got like a tracker on my map saying where it was, so I spent the rest of the day, and I was just sick from school, I spent the rest of the day finding the Pokemon. I found it, I didn't know what to do, so I closed my Game Boy, not turn it off, put it down and let it charge, waited for him to get home, and asked, what the fuck do I do?
He didn't say that because in grade 4 we didn't know what the word fuck was.
Or that it existed. I was just like, I don't know what to do, what do I do? Help.
And I caught it, I'm pretty sure, did I?
Yeah, we ended up catching it from Master Ball instead of catching like Rayquaza.
Master Ball. Who uses
Yeah.
Master Ball?
Well, it's
That's also another.
my friend used a Master Ball and a Lapras in this game.
Lapras.
Because it's a 1% chance to find it, and
Oh, wait,
it
1%
uses Perish Song straight away, apparently. So
Yeah, you would use that just.
I mean, I wouldn't, but okay.
Yeah, I
sure.
know. You just want to pull a gun to your head
There
when
are
like
a lot
the
of, there are a lot of
Pokemon
legendaries
just
that
kill
are
themselves.
1% catch ratios. I
It's-
think there are 3 legendaries in this game that are 1% catch ratios. I would use the Master Ball.
It's just really irritating for those Pokemon, especially the ones that just run away, because you got to be able to attack it and enough to paralyze it or make it fall asleep.
Yeah,
if your attack actually is effective and actually
You
works.
can kind of go around that. There's an ability on a Pokemon that like traps them.
Yes, there is. I don't remember what it is, but there's also like a move you can use, which literally just means like you have to attack the Pokemon.
Yeah, Mindless.
Which Mindless, that's one.
Doesn't let you escape.
Yeah, so if I had have known that I could do that, then I would have, instead of using a Master Ball, I would have just wrote Mindless and change Pokemon and get them just, I don't know, tackle the shit out of that thing.
Okay, we should
Tackle
probably
that
finish
guy.
this up.
Yeah, I know.
And then catch Master Ball.
Classic outro. Insert here.
Insert.
Thanks guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. This is my outro for my normal videos. Go and check me out. The link's in the description below. Julia, you better do that or I'm coming into the future and punching in your face. Thanks to the guests for coming on to my show.
I am
Not
guest. I am insignificant.
I don't know what else to say.
Catch.
Catch.
Yeah, that's the end. Bye bye.
Bye bye.